to After the Whistle. I'm State Senator Matt Woods, and I know you're looking forward to this season, and so am I. I want to thank everyone who's involved in making this tradition so special. To our student athletes, the coaches, the cheerleaders, the sports trainers, and booster clubs, your hard work and practice will soon be on full display, and I want to wish you a safe and successful season. To our band members and directors, the dance line and halftime performers, thank you for your countless hours of preparation that go into each performance. Also, let's remember our administrators and teachers, moms and dads, grandmas and grandpas who are supporting their students. May the Lord grant you safe travels each week as you move about. To our students, I'm asking that you do your best and represent your school and community with class and sportsmanship. This is an exciting time in your lives, and I hope you love every minute. Thank you for watching this broadcast and enjoy the game.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a special edition of After the Whistle, a playoff edition. I'm Jeremy Moon alongside Jonathan Bentley from the Daily Mountain Eagle. Today we're going to hear from our playoff contending coaches. But first, let's take a look at our playoff scores. Jasper goes up to Gadsden last night and loses a heartbreaker that went back and forth, 40-37.
I think there was 6 lead changes.
Wow.
It was back and forth, and they kind of pulled away at the end. Jasper just fell just short.
Good effort, and congrats to the Vikings on a great season back in the playoffs, and had a good showing against a really good Gadsden City team. And Corner loses a tough one to Moody, who was I think they were state runner-up last year. That's right. A tough Moody team, and congrats to the Jackets on a really good season. I know it didn't end the way they wanted to, but that's nothing to hang your head about because Moody's a really good ball team.
Yeah, they had some big plays there. Corner was down. It was 28-0 to start. They got it 28-14 and drove the field down to start the third quarter. Got stopped, and then that was kind of it. They had some big plays from Moody.
And Addison with a big win, 70-30 over Raglan. And man, that offense just keeps on keeping on.
Yeah, that set a record for points in a game for Addison.
Well,
combined points in a game.
Right, they've had several. Yeah. They've been way up there in the 50 to 60 range, so that's no surprise. And Meek with a big win to go up to Woodville, a tough place to play, and win 42-25. So congrats to Coach Evans and the Meek Tigers. A big win for them, a statement win.
Yeah, they were down 25-20 going in the fourth quarter and scored 3 touchdowns there. Finally put it away, but. So they'll be home this week.
They will. So they'll host, is it Barry?
No,
Wadley. That's right.
And
Addison will host Barry.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah. And Winston County loses a tough one to Pleasant Valley, 40-28. Good season for the Jackets and Coach Simmons. I hate to see it end like that, but they put up a good fight against a good Pleasant Valley team.
Yeah, I had to go all the way to Jacksonville, and it's kind of got away from them at the end there. I mean, that's a good team. That team had never won a playoff game before, Pleasant Valley.
They're
10-1 now, so yeah.
Good season this year. They're turning it around
Historical
for sure.
Season, yeah, definitely.
Right. Y'all stay with us, and after the break, we're going to hear from our playoff coaches on the Pinnacle Bank Coaches Hotline.
There's a new dealer in Jasper, Alabama, folks, and it is called North Country Ford, and you're going to love the way we do business. Every dealer right now is running From America for America Ford campaign that offers employee pricing. You pay what we pay. We're going to do better than that. We're going to go up to $5,000 below that, plus $5,000 over Kelley Blue Book if you trade in. Lifetime powertrain warranty, no other dealer even offers that. So make the short drive to Jasper, Alabama, because that's where business is being done. Hurry while supplies is at its best. I'll see you soon.
Bevel State is your community college for
high wage, high demand career tech training,
rapid workforce certifications,
life-changing adult education opportunities.
Your story starts at Bevel State.
I'm Kevin Callahan, and I'm the owner and general manager of Honda of Jasper. The investment we made in renovating our facility is a statement in our belief in our product, our people, and the Jasper community. The confidence we have in the Honda brand made doing a remodel an easy decision, because when you invest in your business, you invest in the community and the people that live there. Watching our business grow as Jasper has grown shows us we've made the right decision.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Welcome back to a special edition, a playoff edition of After the Whistle. Right now on the Pinnacle Bank Coaches Hotline, we have Coach David Reeves of the Jasper Vikings. Good morning, Coach, and thanks for joining us.
Hey, guys. How are y'all doing this morning?
Good. Good to hear from you, Coach. A tough loss last night, but a hard-fought game, and just came down to a few different things here and there.
Yeah, you know, I tell you, if you're a high school football fan, it was an absolutely amazing football game. If you're the, head coach of the Jasper Vikings, it's really disappointing.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you that it was a good high school football game. Extremely proud of our players and our coaches and of all the fans that made the drive up the gas. They brought a lot of energy. And so, we'll learn from it. I mean, we had a bunch of the 9th and 10th graders running around out there on the field last night, and came down to just a few key plays here and there. And so we'll just, we'll remember this and we'll move forward and learn from it and, be better for it in the future.
Well, Coach, I know you talked about these seniors that when you came here, you kind of grew up with these guys. Talk about what they meant to the program. These guys that are. Yeah,
what a special group to me. That these are these guys. We asked these guys, for lack of a better way of saying it, to do grown man's work when they weren't. They should have been playing JV. Somewhere, where a lot of them freshmen, and we even had a couple of them that should have been playing junior high football, by their age. And I'll tell you what, they went out and went to war and had a bunch of scars to show from going out there. But you know what, they were battle tested and it showed throughout the next 2 years how much they learned. I mean, boy, I don't miss them. I mean, there are guys that I just, ever since I've been at Jasper, I've been seeing them, and so obviously, I feel like the seniors every year kind of set the thing in motion, even during that first year, and show great leadership in those young guys. But those young guys bought in and have left a really good legacy for us to build on moving forward. But it's a special group, no doubt about it, and I couldn't be any prouder of them.
Well, you kind of touched on it, Coach. You know, even though you had some great seniors, overall you're a very young team, and like you said, that you're battle tested this year, and that's definitely going to pay off down the road with some of these younger guys.
Yeah.
Did you get the sense that they're going to stay hungry?
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem. Did you get the sense that they're going to stay hungry, like the job's not done, so to speak?
Yeah, you know, they talked about it. Last night. Some of them were talking about it when we get back. You know, before we even got back, their plans and you know, their off-season plans and all that. And it was really you know, an exciting moment to hear the young guys stepping up. And you know, that's the kind of program that we're trying to build. Is you graduate a great class of players and young men, and then there's guys just chomping at the bit to step in. Now, you know, it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a lot of holes to fill. You know, a lot of leadership roles to fill, a lot of production to fill. But you know, it's really the same thing. You know, it was the same thing last year. You know, we lose basically the whole offensive line, and then, you know, guys just step up. You know, and you know, a lot of people on the outside are like, man, where'd that guy come from? But we knew they were there. You know, we knew who they were, and so it was exciting and very promising, you know, to hear them talking on the way back. Hey, we got to do this, and we got to fix this, and we got to be better at that. And so, you know, so they are listening, anyways, you know, and so it is exciting.
All right, Coach. One win your first year. Last year, I think you were the only 7-win team that did make the playoffs. This year, back to the playoffs. What's the next step for this program?
Well, you know, I'll tell you, there just aren't more victories. I mean, you know what? We were talking about, and not just saying it, winning the state championship. I mean, that was our goal. It didn't happen, you know. But we're not just going to play the game to play the game if we can't be, you know, if we can't be the best. If we can't be the best that we can be. And so, you know, my goal is going to be the same as it's always been. I mean, you know, you can't go out and recruit. You can't go in the portal. We're going to coach the kids that want to be Jasper Vikings and you know, do it the right way and try and be the best version of Jasper that we can be. And as long as we do that, you know, then everything else we can live with, you know. Right. And so we're excited and moving forward. You know, we're always sad when the chapter ends, you know, and I know, you know, personally for me, you know, the first kids that I've coached 3 years, next year will be the first kids I've coached for 4 years at Jasper, and it is sad, and the chapter does end, but, you know, I'm excited about moving forward and the future of our program.
Well, Coach, you touched on it, and you've got some tone setters there. When they mentioned they are looking forward to next year and they're ready to put in that work, because I've talked to several coaches this year, and being a former coach, you know, it's a year-round thing. So the fact that you already have young guys ready to get back to work, that shows a tremendous amount of character.
No doubt. I mean, it's a good group. I mean, they don't know me yet, but we will. We will take next week off and kind of let our bumps and bruises heal up a little bit and you know, clean a little bit and you know, get ready to move into this thing full bore. But you know what? We're on week 6 of our weight program right now, so it'll be a max. Right after that, our kids have gotten stronger, you know, all year long as the season progressed, and have really bought into that. You know, we're not in a conditioning phase in the weight room. We're trying to get stronger all year long, and so it should be a really smooth transition into that. But we are going to take a week off and really let some bumps and bruises.
Coach, we're watching some footage here. I see one of the seniors, Michael Pledger. Talk about what you know, I know he had some bumps and bruises. You're talking about missed last week's game. Talk about what he meant to the program this year.
Yeah, you know, Makai, boy, he has been a special young man for our program. You know, since I met him as a sophomore, he has really really worked extremely hard in the weight room to put himself in the spot he's in. Couldn't be more proud. But even, last night I think he was 25 for 190 or 194. Something like that. Just a tremendous effort. But I'll tell you, it's his leadership. It's his leadership and his encouragement of all of our running backs and of our O-line and of our defense. I mean, it's man, a lot of production, a great football player, but even a better young man and a better leader for our program. And moving forward, that'll be the hardest thing to replace, is the leadership he brought. And really, that's what we're looking for anyways. I mean, yeah, we want to win, and we want to win the state championship, and we want our kids to have, all the production and all the accolades that they can possibly come up with. But at the end of the day, we're just trying to, create better young men and help them on their journey to being a man. And so watching him grow and seeing him blossom into a leader of our football team and of other young men, that's probably what I'm proudest of, and that's probably what's going to be hardest to replace.
Well, y'all sure have a lot to be proud of, Coach. You said it best. Y'all got the right attitude going into next year, and we congratulate you on a great season. We really appreciate you joining us early this morning on a Saturday.
Well, I appreciate y'all and all y'all do to promote young people in Walker County.
Well, Coach, thank you for joining us, and we wish y'all the best and look forward to hearing from y'all next year and building on what you did this year.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks. Go Vikes.
Y'all stay with us, and after we come back from the break, we'll have another score rundown, and we'll speak to some more playoff coaches.
Walker County and the surrounding communities since 2016. Carrying over 7 different manufacturers, Timberline Homes will have several options to suit your style and budget. Timberline Homes is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., located on Highway 78 in Jasper. Give Timberline Homes a call at 387-1002 or visit them online at timberlinejasperal.com. Ken Glover Drug is your local-owned Health Mart pharmacy. Our friendly professional staff will be glad to answer your questions and help you with your medications. We offer a full line of medical equipment and diabetic supplies. We accept most insurance plans, and for faster refills, you can visit us online. For pharmacy, medical equipment, gifts, and more, visit King Glover Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Football season is here, and you need a new sofa. Check these out.
Like this dual reclining sofa, on sale now for $8.99.
This 7-piece power reclining sectional is on sale now for only $53 a month. Justin, show us something else.
Like this sectional right here, only $38 a month. TJ, close us out.
And this comfy sectional is only $24.99. As you can see, this football season, there's only one place to buy your sofa, and it's just down the road from all those high prices.
Welcome to Jasper Pickers Flea Market and Antique Mall, located at 315 Highway 78 West in Jasper, open every day of the week, Monday through Friday 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Sunday 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. There's something for everyone here, so come shop with us. Interested in renting a vendor booth? Call Greg at 205-512-1101. That's Jasper Pickers, located on Highway 78 in Jasper.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's that?
Do we have a gun?
Welcome back to After the Whistle, our playoff edition. And right now on our Pinnacle Bank Coaches Hotline, we have Meek head coach Daniel Evans. Good morning, Coach. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, good morning, guys. Thanks for having me.
Well, Coach, congrats on a big win last night up in Woodville. We're tickled to see the Tigers moving on to the second round. Tell us a little bit about last night's game.
Yeah, it was kind of a slow start for us. We gave up an early touchdown. They actually came out, and this happens from time to time. They came out in a set that we've not seen. You know, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have, 5 or 6, maybe even 7 of their films. So they came out in a set that we have not seen at all. And so it took us about, 2 drives to kind of adjust to it and then get our offense going. And once we did that, though, we kind of got into a groove, especially in the second half, and took care of business.
Yeah, it seemed like it was back and forth, back and forth. Then y'all scored, I think, 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. Is that right?
Yeah. I think it was 22-0 in the fourth quarter. We finally, like I said, it just took us a little bit of time to get going. I felt like we could run the football if we got into our set. And obviously, once we got going, we definitely started running the ball well. We were 9 yards away from 400 yards rushing last night. So,
I saw that.
It was just one of those. Yeah, it's just one of those things where there's no such thing as an ugly playoff win.
Right.
You'd like it to be less stressful if you could, but we'll take the win.
Well, it looks like Big Benson went wild for y'all again. I love to see that.
Yeah, he's become kind of a cult hero around the Walden area. I get asked about him more than I do anything else. But yes, another night, 14 carries, 160-something yards. But but Hunter, and he's kind of taking a back seat to Aiden, and there's nothing wrong with that because Aiden doesn't get the recognition as an offensive lineman. Yeah, but Hunter had a great game. 20 carries, 197 yards, 192 yards, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But look, we've got a great 1-2 punch, and we're able to kind of dictate the line of scrimmage doing that. I mean, and that frees us up to control clock if we want to go fast or if we want to go slow, and that's kind of something in the playoffs especially. It can be very, very beneficial for you.
Well, we kind of jokingly, called it the crispy package, comparing it to Caden Proctor at Alabama, but this is its own thing. Like you said, he's becoming a cult hero. That young man's a running back. I hate to tell you, Coach.
Yeah, well, he's actually, he's a running back. He's a defensive tackle. He's a motivator. He's pretty much whatever we ask him to be. But you know what? I mean, he's a great kid.
Right.
I say kid. He's a great young man. He's been in the program since he was in 7th grade. He's been playing on varsity since he was in 8th grade. And I'm so happy for him that he's able to get the recognition that he deserves. And the kids in general, that whole senior group, they've worked their tail off. They're quiet. They do their job. They don't ask too many questions. It's just been a great group to be around. And so I'm glad to be with them another week.
All right, Coach, I know y'all had a long, lengthy road trip up there. What's it going to mean to be home this week with those home fans against the #1 team in the state?
Yeah, well, I'm just glad we can flip it around from last year. We were in this game last year, and we had to take that 3-hour drive. Right. So it's nice to be at home. Our fans are great. They always show out. They don't really. It doesn't matter who the opponent is, especially in the playoffs. They're going to be there. They're going to be loud. That part of it's nice. The other part that's nice is we don't have to travel. We don't have to get, on buses and go anywhere because, during the playoffs, those trips can be very long. And so us being able to just be at home and do our regular home, routine and pregame meal and all that kind of stuff is going to be great for us, and not having to deal with the stress of leaving Harley.
Right, that's definitely an advantage for y'all, and I know that place will be packed. I've got good fans and a hard-working group of kids, and you can't ask for any better than that. So we look forward to that challenge. We think you guys can pull the upset.
Yeah, man, we're gonna get together. I already started breaking down film. We'll get together tomorrow as a coaching staff and go over the game plan, and we're going to go out and play ball. And that's all you can do at the end of the day. You go out and you play ball. play to the best of your ability, and we'll look up at the end of the night and see where we're at. And hopefully it'll be me coming back up here to Montgomery again next week.
Right. We hope so too, Coach.
Hey, Coach, this kind of reminds me of volleyball. The only two teams, I mean, we had Addison against Meek a couple weeks ago playing for the state championship, and we have two teams left in our football coverage area that are in the playoffs. Talk about Winston County and athletics up there.
Well, they take them serious. If you and Jonathan, I know you've been to some of them county tournaments, so you know, especially those basketball county tournaments, how they can get a little chippy sometimes. You know, they take pride in sports up here, and it's for me, as you know, a kid coming from Walker County and kind of getting, you know, immersed in all this up here. It's been cool to watch. I mean, every team that plays each other, Winston County, Lynn, Addison, Meek, every one of them, when they play each other, it's a big deal. And when they play each other in the playoffs, it's a really big deal. They like to win county tournaments. They like, you know, being the champion. They give trophies out, I think, at coaches' meetings for, you know, who wins county championships. So it's a big deal for them up here. And you know, for us in Addison to be the only two teams left in this area to still be in the playoffs it's a pretty cool thing. And obviously, you know, a couple of weeks ago, the volleyball playing each other in the state tournament, that's actually happened before. So, you know, I would say it was a pretty special thing, and it was for our girls to be in the state championship game. But it's not even the first time that Addison and Meek have played each other in the state championship game in volleyball. So it's pretty cool.
Well, Coach, y'all have done a great job, and we thank you for joining us this morning. And we'll be pulling for y'all next week as you take on Wadley, and wish y'all the best, and congrats on a big first-round win.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you for having me on to talk about me. Go Tigers.
Thank you, Coach. Y'all stay with us, and when we come back, we'll go over some of the stats and some of the scores from our playoff teams. Stay with us.
Southern Tire Mart is your source for America's favorite quality brands. Southern Tire Mart's mission began in 1973 to serve families and businesses just like yours with the best passenger and commercial tires on the market. Southern Tire Mart also provides you the latest in parts and products at the best prices with unparalleled service. Don't forget, Southern Tire Mart can also service your vehicle. Need an oil change? Try Southern Tire Mart. Located on Industrial Boulevard in Jasper. Visit online or give them a call, 384-3440.
Football season is here, and it's time to get in the game, and Piggly Wiggly has everything you need to stock up on. We have weekly specials with super low prices on USDA select meats, dairy products, the freshest produce, and a whole lot more. Save big on all the top name brands, or try our own store brand with national brand quality and Piggly Wiggly value. Don't drop the ball this fall. Save big. Shop the pig.
Bernard's Store for Men. Fine men's clothing since 1948. On the square in historic downtown Jasper.
Welcome back to the playoff edition of After the Whistle. On the Pinnacle Bank Coaches Hotline right now, we have Addison head coach Mark Hastings. Good morning, Coach, and thank you for joining us after a big win.
Good morning. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, Coach. I mean, 71 points. I think that that set a record for combined points. Was it just one of those nights where everything was clicking?
It was, and we got a couple of defensive touchdowns, and our defense caused a couple of short fields. So, when you do that, the points are going to add up pretty quick. But, we recovered a fumble in the end zone, and they got a pick six, and then we had a block punt that set us up inside the 10. So, you put those on there, and that like I said, inflates it a little bit.
Yes, sir. Well, I know that Hammock had been banged up a little bit, but it was good to see him come out and have a good showing last night. Tell us a little bit about that, Coach.
Well, he's been, he's been banged up all year. He's the couple games he has played after the first one. The first one, he came out and played really well, but kind of got hurt after that. But even those, he's shown, a lot of talent and great production. And then, of course, this week, the guy that had been playing running back for us, who done a good job himself, he kind of tweaked his knee, and so Seth just got more carries, and he's just a good back. He's good and patient, and he's got a little bit of explosiveness, and he can outrun some people. So, he fits in well with what we do.
Right, and well, hopefully you'll get the other young man healthy, and you'll have more of a combo to work with back there for the next game against Barry.
Yeah, Zane Smith, he's done a good job for us. So we do hope to get him back. It'd be nice to have both of them ready to go.
It's funny, only Addison will have another guy to plug in.
Right, right. You've got problems up there, things up there that a lot of 1A schools would dream about.
Yeah, a good problem for sure.
I think they played Barry last year. Have the guys talked about getting a little revenge yet?
A little bit. They had said that they just talked more about the game and how it went rather than just, hey, we got to get some revenge on them. And
right.
I think we've got our kids have got a lot of respect for Barry, and of course I have a lot of respect for them because I've been playing them for years, and they just know it's going to be a tough game. But we're going to have to prepare well, and then we're going to have to execute.
Well, talk about the first year in, region champs. Did you expect this kind of success year one?
It was hard to tell because I knew I was inheriting a lot of talent, but just being able to put all the pieces together and get them all on the same page, that sometimes it's not as easy as it sounds. And
right.
But for this group, they really tried to soak it up and bought in real quick, and so being able to get them on the same page was not as difficult. And then of course we had a couple big wins early, and that kind of self-propelled us on up to being able to compete in November.
Well, you can, just from the outside looking in, it seems like you have a lot of good leadership on that team, and that they have a real one game at a time mindset, and that's good, especially in the playoffs, because every game is its own season, so to speak.
Oh yeah, I mean they, of course they look at the prize down the road a little bit and know what's there, but yet they've been able to focus week to week and been able to execute what we worked on during the week, and then also be able to just go back to our basic techniques that they've been taught and those type of things, and being able to execute them even when we make some adjustments. They know they've got good stuff to fall back on.
Coach, we talked about we talked to Evans a minute ago at Meek. Talk about the Winston County. What makes this area so good at high school football?
For the last couple of years, it's been really strong. With Lynn having good teams, and of course Addison always being there, and Winston County's had several good teams in a row, and then Meek's had several good teams in a row. So, and there's good competition within the county when we play. But I don't know. I can't say it's in the water. I don't know what the deal is, but but some coaches are producing some good teams. Coach Evans does a good job. He's had them ready to play, and he's lost a lot with graduation. And of course, Coach Simmons, he lost a good deal last year too, and they're competitive. And then Lynn just barely missing the playoffs, but they had a big senior class last year too. So I think a lot of it boils down to just hard-nosed kids that like to play football.
Absolutely, and that, you know, obviously that it stems from their parents in those communities, and y'all have got some good football towns and communities up there and have a lot of support. As somebody that's been on the opposing sideline, that's something that you kind of respect. But some of these teams, you know, they're not coming from communities like that. So I got to give a lot of credit to your towns and your fans up there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, these communities definitely come out on Friday night. It's not a debate on where they're going to be. They know they're going to be at the football game, whether it's at Addison or on the road. And, you know, the whole county's like that. So they travel well and support their team. And, you know, that's a fun environment to play in. It's a fun environment to coach in. You know, expectations are there. And, they do their part by showing up. And so it's just fun all the way around.
Well, Coach, we sure appreciate you joining us this morning. I know you got your trip to Montgomery with other playoff coaches, so we appreciate you taking the time to speak with us, and congrats on a big win, and we look forward to seeing y'all's performance in the second round.
Good deal. Thank you, fellas.
Thanks, Coach. That was Coach Mark Hastings on our Pinnacle Bank Coaches Hotline. When we come back, we'll give you some more scores and stats and update you what's going to happen in the coming week.
Leo and Susie's famous Green Top Barbecue has been serving up the South's best barbecue for more than 50 years. Made famous for their hickory smoked barbecue sandwiches and big tasty cheeseburgers, Green Top is sure to satisfy your hunger. Enjoy your meal while watching a game or call in for carryout. They also provide catering for any size party or occasion. For fast, friendly service and good old-fashioned barbecue, Green Top is simply the best.
B&B Discount Tires offers the highest quality service for the lowest price. B&B offers all major brands of tires, full-service mechanical department, alignments, and custom truck accessory installs. With decades of experience and AHSAA certified mechanics on site, you can rest assured that you're being taken care of at B&B. B&B is located at 5010 Highway 78 in Jasper, or give them a call at 384-1333.
Mi esposo, él siempre me ha apoyado que yo regresara a la escuela. Estoy muy orgullosa de mí porque las cosas que pensé que no podía lograr, lo estoy haciendo.
Encuentra clases gratis para adultos cerca de ti en completatudiploma.org.
Welcome back. For those of you that's joining us in the middle of the show, let's go over some scores from our playoff teams. We spoke to Coach Reeves about that tough loss to Gadsden earlier in the show. They lose a heartbreaker 40-37 in a back-and-forth ball game.
Yeah, it came down to that team just had a lot of athletes. I think they had 5 touchdowns that went for more than 50 yards. Just
explosive.
Yeah, that was almost all their scoring. They didn't drive the field. They just had the big play. Sometimes that's enough.
I think you had a good, smart, disciplined Jasper team go up into a hostile environment against some good athletes. And I mean, I know there are no moral victories, but that was a really good showing against a really good football team. And Corner loses a tough one to a powerhouse over at Moody, who was a state runner-up last year. That's definitely nothing to hang your head about.
Yeah, Moody's in one of those regions. It's just, they actually won 3 out of 4 in that region. I think Briarwood was the only one that won last night, but a good season for Corner. Just that's a lot to ask in the first round. When
you hate to see it end like that for Coach Campbell and those guys. They worked so hard, but that's definitely nothing to get down about.
Right.
They're building something special. And we just talked to Coach Mark Hastings for Addison with their big win against Raglan, not before last, I think, is when they played that. They won 71-30 and got some new offensive output from a young man that had been injured for most of the year and just really kept it moving.
Yeah, I mean, this team scored 60 a game pretty much, and what was missing one of their players.
Right. They have to be averaging 40 or 50 points a game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that's nothing out of the norm.
And Meek with a big win. They go up to Woodville, Alabama, Northeast Alabama, and beat a good Woodville team 42-25 and had another good offensive showing.
I will say that out of that region, I mean, Meek, Hackleburg, Addison on one, so 3 out of the 4. That's 2 years in a row Meek has gone on the road first round and won a playoff game.
Right, and that's, you know, they battle through that tough region and then come out and win their first playoff game, so they've got a lot to look forward to. Y'all stay with, nope, there we go. I knew we had another one. And that's Pleasant Valley 40, Winston County 28, and a tough loss to an upstart Pleasant Valley team.
Yeah, so we had 2 teams play teams that had never won a playoff game. This was one of them. So congrats to Pleasant Valley. It's been a long time coming, and Woodville also has never won a playoff game.
Right, and we spoke about it in the break. Sometimes you have those classes coming together, and you have all your athletes in one bunch, and all of a sudden come out of nowhere and win a playoff game like that. But Winston County, again, they've had a great season and done a good job over the last few years, and they've got nothing to hang their head about. But y'all stay with, I'm sorry, I'm trying to send it to a break. There we go. We're going to talk about next week's matchup.
Pretty short this time.
Pretty short list. But they're both local, so if you're looking for a good football game to go to, these are your choices right here, and they're not too far away. Berry will visit Addison, and Wadley, #1 team in the state, is going to face Meek, and Meek hosts them at their place. So I hope both communities, I know they're going to turn out in droves, but I'd like to see our surrounding area go out and support these young men too.
Yeah, Barry, that's not a bad trip, but that was a shootout last year in the first round, and Barry beat them. So
right, yeah, and I'm sure they have that in mind and looking forward to that game. But y'all stay with us. When we come back from the break, we'll talk about our area leaders in different stat categories, and then we'll talk about the college football slate for today.
There's a new dealer in Jasper, Alabama, folks, and it is called North Country Ford, and you're going to love the way we do business. Every dealer right now is running From America for America Ford campaign that offers employee pricing. You pay what we pay. We're going to do better than that. We're going to go up to $5,000 below that, plus $5,000 over Kelly Blue Book for you trade-in. Lifetime powertrain warranty, no other dealer even offers that. So make the short drive to Jasper, Alabama, because that's where business is being done. Hurry while supplies is at its best. I'll see you soon.
Welcome back to the playoff edition of After the Whistle. Right now, let's take a look at some of our young men and their statistical prowess. There's a passing category. Our passing leaders, Coffee, did a great job for corner this year, throwing the football and gave them, another dimension in their offense. You say Dayton Miller for Carbon Hill, Lincoln Smothers, another good young quarterback there at Jasper, Elijah Roberts at Addison, and Will Elliott at Winston County all had good years throwing the ball.
A lot of touchdowns for Roberts there, 17 touchdowns.
Unreal. Yeah, that gives them another wrinkle in their offense, which is mostly on the ground. But if you've got a kid that can be accurate with the football through the air, that gives the defense fits. In our area receiving leaders, Tyson Hill at corner had a great year. Max Moore also for Winston County, Trenton Burns for Addison, Marcus Pierce for Carbon Hill, and Mike Maddox for Jasper. In our area rushers, and this was a huge category for our area with a lot of rushing attacks in the area. You had several kids go over 1,000 yards. I can't say enough about how difficult that is to have that many kids in such a small area reach the 1,000-yard mark. That's unheard of, and right here's 5 of them.
If Thomas had one playoff game, I think he would have gone 2,000.
I think so too. One first-round playoff game, and he eclipses 2,000 like the young man from Dora did last year. But you had Tyler Thomas, Spencer Unruh from corner, Jacoby Foster at Dora, Makai Pledger at Jasper, and Cam Adderholt with Winston County. And you've got a lot of good running backs in our area. So to see that top 5 all over 1,000 yards rushing, that is a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, Pledger did that in 9 games. Also missed one.
Right,
yeah.
he missed one. Right. So congrats to those young men in those categories for a great season, and all those surrounding them that helped them get there on the offensive line and on the defensive side of the ball, holding them and getting the ball back for them. So it's definitely a team effort, but you love to see those individual accomplishments that represent those teams. Y'all stay with us, and when we come back from the break, we'll talk about College Football Saturday.
Bama State is your community college for
high wage, high demand career tech training,
rapid workforce certifications,
life-changing adult education opportunities.
Your story starts at Bevel State.
I'm Kevin Callahan, and I'm the owner and general manager of Honda of Jasper. The investment we made in renovating our facility is a statement in our belief in our product, our people, and the Jasper community. The confidence we have in the Honda brand made doing a remodel an easy decision, because when you invest in your business, you invest in the community and the people that live there. Watching our business grow as Jasper has grown shows us we've made the right decision.
Welcome back to the playoff edition of After the Whistle. Let's talk about some of our college football games coming up. Big one tonight in Tuscaloosa as LSU comes into town. I don't care if they've got an interim coach or not. That's always circled on the schedule.
Big night game, like that at night.
And Auburn travels to Nashville to play Vanderbilt. You've got UAB at Rice, Samford at East Tennessee State, and Jack State at UTEP. Boy, that is a trip. Other side of Texas.
That's true. Almost in Mexico.
What a trip! But we'll be looking forward to see the outcomes of these games. You know, you got a couple teams there with interim coaches. Well, actually 3 if you count UAB, because they let go of Coach Dilfer. Right. But those teams, were discussing it during the break, those teams have nothing to lose, and that's a dangerous team to play this time of year, the second part of the season.
Definitely.
We appreciate y'all joining us this morning on a special edition, playoff edition of After the Whistle. And look forward to seeing y'all next week as some of our area teams go into the second round of the playoffs.